Are you tired of fighting battles no one else sees? The greatest war isn't out there, it's inside you. Discover how to conquer fear, doubt, and self-sabotage in the war with yourself, and finally find inner peace. The war with self-understanding and overcoming the inner battle. Today, we delve into one of the most profound and universal human experiences, the war within ourselves. This is not a war of weapons or enemies outside us. Rather, it is a silent, often invisible battle that happens within our own minds and hearts. It shapes our decisions, behaviors, and even our sense of peace or torment. Section number 1. What is the war with self? 10 minutes. The war with self refers to the internal struggle between different parts of our personality, desires, fears, and beliefs. Psychologists, philosophers, and spiritual teachers have all spoken of this battle. Sigmund Freud says it as a conflict between the ID instincts, the ego reality, and the superego morality. In religious contexts, it's the struggle between good and evil, virtue and vice, or the higher self and the lower self. In practical life, it's the constant debate: should I do what's right or what's easy? Should I face my fear or avoid discomfort? Examples of inner conflict: wanting to speak up but fearing judgment, knowing a toxic habit should stop but feeling too weak to act, desiring success but fearing failure, so we sabotage ourselves. Section 2. Causes of inner conflict. 10 minutes. Understanding what fuels this inner war helps us begin to win it. Conflicting values, for example, wanting both freedom and security, or honesty and harmony. Fear and insecurity, fear of failure, rejection, or not being enough. Unresolved past trauma, emotional wounds that keep replaying old patterns. Cognitive dissonance, when our actions don't match our beliefs, we experience mental tension. Ego and identity, our ego tries to protect a self-image even if it's based on lies. Section 3. Recognizing the signs. 5 minutes. You may be experiencing a war within. If you feel constantly restless or emotionally drained, you procrastinate or feel paralyzed by decisions, you experience cycles of motivation followed by guilt or shame, you engage in self-sabotage or have negative self-talk. Section 4. The two selves, the lower and higher self. 10 minutes. Lower self, ego self, driven by fear, greed, pride, and survival, wants immediate pleasure, reacts to the world with defensiveness, comparison, and judgment. Higher self, authentic self, driven by love, purpose, peace, and wisdom, seeks long-term growth and truth, responds to the world with compassion, patience, and strength. The war happens when both these parts are active, when the lower self pulls us toward comfort or ego, and the higher self calls us to grow and transcend. Section 5. How to win the war within 15 minutes. Self-awareness. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Journal to see patterns in your thinking and behavior. Acceptance and compassion. Stop fighting yourself. Understand why the lower self acts out. Forgive yourself for past mistakes. Discipline and practice. Meditation, prayer, or stillness cultivates the voice of the higher self. Healthy habits: sleep, exercise, reading strengthen your will. Clarify your values, define who you want to be, align your daily choices with your core values. Seek support, talk to mentors, therapists, or wise friends. Sometimes what feels like a personal war is a shared human experience. Embrace discomfort. Growth often requires sacrifice. Choosing discomfort in the short term often brings peace in the long run. Section 6. A new perspective. 5 minutes. What if the war within is not a curse, but a gift? It shows we care about becoming better. It pushes us toward transformation. Every struggle teaches us something about our strength, our wounds, and our potential. The war within is not meant to destroy us, it is meant to refine us. Conclusion. 5 minutes. The war with self is one we all face. It doesn't mean something is wrong with us, it means we're human. But we don't have to remain stuck in internal conflict forever. Through awareness, compassion, and commitment to our deeper values, we can move toward peace, integrity, and a sense of wholeness. Victory in the outer world means little if we have lost the battle within. But peace inside, that is true power.